Nuclear power is the fourth largest source of electricity in India after thermal, hydroelectric and renewable sources of electricity. By 2020, India expects to have 20,000 megawatt nuclear capacities. By 2050, India expects to have 25% of its power from nuclear sources. India's capability for nuclear technology is totally indigenous. We developed it while facing sanctions, isolation and reproach from the world. But we prevailed with success, and now we are respected and recognized for our nuclear capacity. India, with its huge nuclear fuel reservoir, has great potentiality for nuclear power generation, and as saying goes, with great power comes great responsibilities. The responsibility for the generation of nuclear power for electricity is borne by the Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited, NPCIL, Mumbai. India has 21 nuclear reactors in operation at 7 locations, a total installed capacity of 5,780 megawatt. India is poised to realize over the next few decades the full potential of nuclear power to substantially contribute to meet the country's growing energy requirements. Our nuclear power plants undertake corporate social responsibilities to enrich the quality of life of the community and preserve ecological balance and heritage through a strong environment conscience. NPCIL, a successful corporate, is fully committed to its corporate social responsibilities.
Under CSR scheme, the corporates are expected to spend about 2% of their profit on the works related to the development of neighborhood. The priority is given to development of infrastructure, education, health and skill development.
Corporate social responsibility has been synonymous with NPCIL's core business of nuclear power generation. NPCIL aspires to provide access to resources needed for a decent standard of living for the people in its vicinity. Community is the most important stakeholder and is a neighbor for lifetime, with whom NPCIL has built strong partnerships through a well-conceived basket of community development interventions. The entire endeavor is to improve the quality of life of people in areas surrounding the nuclear power plant.
We have a special program called as Talent Nurture program. Under this program, we provide free education, free uniform, free medical care to the students from 1st to 12th standard in our Atomic Energy Central School. Presently, 62 students are studying in various classes. 2 of such students are pursuing engineering after passing out from our school.
As part of corporate social responsibility, nuclear power plants promote access to employment and vocational integration, as well as health and medical care. Let's take a tour of one of the nuclear power establishments. Narora Atomic Power Station is spread across a number of villages. The main reactor is in a secure area in the center of 1.6 kilometer radius area of exclusion zone. And beyond the boundary of exclusion zone, many village communities live, and thanks to the power plant, availing better amenities.
हम प्लांट के पास लगभग 30 साल से रह रहे हैं, हमें किसी प्रकार का भी कोई कष्ट नहीं है। प्लांट वाले यहाँ की जनता को रोजगार, गांव वालों को सड़क, खड़ंजे, बारात घर इत्यादि देते रहते हैं और समय समय पर स्वास्थ्य केंद्र भी लगाते रहते हैं।
There is a general misconception that radioactive waste is not properly managed, whereas in reality, India has achieved self-reliance in the management of all type of radioactive waste to ensure clean and green environment. Nuclear waste is not a waste. By reprocessing of spent fuel, more fuel is extracted for further use. In this closed fuel cycle is being used. Regular monitoring of the whole area near the power plant to look at the environmental aspects of the surrounding is being done. The variety of fish, crocodile, turtles and other species in the canal and nearby Ganges collectively dispel the myth that the water discharged from the atomic power plant is harmful to fauna. In fact, it is not. NPCIL has voluntarily taken up the Environment Stewardship Program (ESP), which focuses on improvement of habitat and conservation near the nuclear power plants. Several public awareness campaigns on various aspects of environment and conservation have been carried out at different stations. NPCIL has published 2 coffee table books under ESP program. One is Our Flying Guest and second is 7 Edens 70 Fairies, which show rich biodiversity in and around our nuclear plants, which are a safe haven for these lovely creatures.
Overall, it was a very good experience for me कि मेरे जितने भी डाउट थे वो क्लियर हो गए। ये बहुत ही अच्छी टेक्नोलॉजी है और इसके काफ़ी ज़्यादा यूजेस हैं।
Information, the knowledge, the facts we gained from here, I can surely conclude that they are absolutely safe to work with.
Our students are highly impressed. The theoretical aspects what they study in classroom and the practical exposure they have seen in the reactor, control room, so they are getting a very good exposure.
न्यूक्लियर पावर एक क्लीन एनर्जी है और आज मेरी जितनी भी भ्रांतियां थी इस पावर प्लांट को लेके वो बहुत हद तक रिमूव हो चुकी हैं। पर आज जब मैं यहाँ से लौटूंगी तो मैं ये कह सकती हूँ कि मुझे ये पता है कि हाँ ये बहुत अच्छा सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी है।
The Environment Survey Laboratory regularly monitors the radiation contamination level in the air as well as in the flora and fauna. Sample of eatables, fishes, water, soil, etc. are taken regularly to check the level of radioactivity. Even health monitoring and radiation doses received by workers and employees are measured on regular intervals.
Person who is living in the vicinity of the nuclear power plant in last 20 years, he would get the radiation minimal as he would be exposed to any single medical x-ray.
कुछ लोगों की ऐसी धारणा है कि यहाँ के प्लांट के पास में, बिजली घर के पास में औरतें बाज रहती हैं, पर मुझे 30 से 31 साल हो गए यहाँ रहते हुए, मेरे भी 6 बच्चे हैं, ऐसी यहाँ कोई भी परेशानी ना कोई औरत बाज है।
The visit to the nuclear power plants is an astonishing experience for the kind of biodiversity it offers. Hundreds of varieties of flowers, vegetations and animals flourishing in its exclusion zone could put to shame any grand zoological park. Nuclear power plants in India are a safe haven for the flying guests. A large congregation of migratory birds visits there every migratory season. Over thousands of such birds have been visiting nuclear power plants and assuring us all that in a time to come, our nuclear power plants will also become thriving bird sanctuaries. And if one wants to experience the sheer brilliance of nature in all its hues and colors, the Butterfly Park at Kakrapar Atomic Power Station, Surat, is the perfect destination. All Indian nuclear power stations have ISO 14001 Environment Management System accreditation and trying to raise the bar of environmental concerns as a corporate and a torchbearer of futuristic outlook. NPCIL, besides expanding the nuclear energy, is also contributing towards development of local community in the vicinity of the plants. Many social welfare programs have been taken up in the past for the benefit of villagers. Have pride in our nuclear capability and let everyone bask in this clean energy alternative, only second to sun rays. Let us chant together, Tamso Ma Jyotirgamaya.